Hey there, mate. You know, working with machine learning in Azure can be quite the ride on the wild side. Picture this, you've got this mountain of data and suddenly, you are eager to find patterns like a gold prospector in search of nuggets. Now, machine learning is the shovel and sieve, but without the dirt, it's just a fancy toy, right? So, let me show you how to put that shovel to the grime in Azure ML. So, Azure ML ain't just a playground, it's where the magic happens when you want to bring machine learning to life in a big way. But hey, if you are not careful, it's easy to trample the data and get bogged down in this whole training process. So, I'm here to guide you, step by step, on a thrilling adventure to optimize your model training in Azure ML, and trust me, you'll emerge with speed, efficiency, and scalability under your arm. First things first, Azure Machine Learning is like those epic, multi-terrain trails that have got something for everyone. Starting with the basics, it's essential to grasp a few concepts that will be your guiding stars on this journey: workspace, the big umbrella that shields your entire process. Data stores is where your precious data can be stored, be as snug as a bug in its cozy, safe cove. And datasets come next, where your data sits pretty, ready to be churned into valuable actionable insights without a stray byte lost. Now, dive straight into the technical blueprint. Imagine you are building a mighty fortress. Each pillar needs to stand strong. Your Azure ML workspace will serve as the bedrock. It's where every model training mission begins and where all your tools and scripts lay in wait. Data stores, think of them as your treasure chests or magical trunks locked away where your data resides. You've probably chatted with Azure Blob Storage and Azure Data Lake Storage, and boy, have they been handy. They store your data like sage advice, always accessible when you need it. Now, get this, we are going to need to prepare our data, the very soul of the system. This is where datasets come waltzing into the party. You feed, load, and manage various datasets here and marshal them for the grand training process, making sure your models get the most out of the gold nuggets we've mined. Ready to turn those chunks of data into shining models, buddy? Let's dive into coding them a little magic without touching the hallowed ground of explaining what these codes wield and how they perform their tricks. As you fire up your Azure console, remember, you are crafting not just scripts but the beating heart of efficient model training. Your scripts work their wonders across these elements, weaving the data through seamless pipelines from preparation to scaling with Azure ML. Azure Machine Learning is not just clever, it's smart, offering AutoML to whisk your model to evolutionary heights without lifting a finger. If a certain fancy term floats my boat, keep your ears open for Azure ML's treasure trove of features. Time to talk about how all these elements come together in harmony. We configure pipelines, each a meticulous maestro setting the tempo, with each step perfectly timed and in place. And as you orchestrate the execution of this grand ensemble across multiple training runs, it's like watching a symphony in real time, beautiful, meticulous, and downright thrilling. But wait, even the best-laid plans can encounter hurdles. Bottlenecks appear when you least expect them, throwing off your rhythm. That's when you put Azure ML configuration to the test, tuning and adjusting your setup to the pitch-perfect note. Efficiency, robustness, and scalability are your guiding principles. Now, let your trained model take flight. In Azure ML, we have the power to deploy and consume machine learning models right from your browser. It's not just deployment, it's a world where you transform raw data into actionable insights on the fly. But there's no rest for the weary. Once your model's up and running, monitoring becomes your next great quest. Azure Monitor keeps you in the know, providing a watchful eye that helps ensure your model performs as expected. And the final touch, dear friend, is the sweet symphony of cost and compute. Azure ensures you don't drown in resources or go broke on the journey. And with Azure ML Pricing Center right there at your side, you've got a map to manage costs wisely. There you go. I've taken you from zero to hero in optimizing model training in Azure Machine Learning. Remember, the key is efficient, scalable, and reliable ML workflows that let you harness the power of data for meaningful insights. Keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop optimizing, my friend. Visit neeraj.qzb.io and subscribe to TechLab. Stay tuned to my channel for more wisdom from the realm of tech. Keep those data nuggets shining like diamonds and never look back.